big tampon or maxi pad.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's so fun. I was
Tampon.
wondering if you said tampon first. It sounds like I just picture like a witch riding a tampon as a broom.
Why?
Like,
What?
Because you were like, oh, I'm sitting like that's my piss pad. And I was like, well, it must be
Piss
huge.
pad.
Oh,
not
does
my purra pad.
A purra pad, yes.
Purr pad.
So when you're flying on the broom, does it absorb the
It's
piss?
so you can piss in the air, yeah.
Right.
You just piss while going.
Well, you
which
could
is
take
great.
you could take the tampon and put it right up your meatus.
That's
Sounding.
So interesting.
Sounding with the tampon.
That's so interesting.
Sounding. What does that mean?
Sounding is when you put
Oh,
any
you know.
foreign object inside of your meatus,
See.
Oh.
usually
Ew.
for sexual pleasure.
Like a tampon.
No,
Is
I
there
mean, I don't-
sexual pleasure inside the meatus?
Well, it's. I think it's a mixture of pain and pleasure. You know, it takes a very specific type of person. It's usually like a
80-20,
metal
mama.
rod or something,
Oh,
Okay.
a dowel, a wooden dowel.
Mm.
a
Hey,
splinter.
I've got this chopstick laying here. You wanna get gross?
You want to get with a Chinese finger trap and my 18 gallons of vinyl
Yeah.
chloride
What are those things called in hospitals that they
forgot.
stick up your penis? What are they called?
catheters.
Catheters. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I've never
I've
had
Bet some
got-
people are real into it.
I've got
I've got a catheter, 12 gallons of vinyl chloride, and a Chinese finger trap. Let's get gross.
gross.
50 bamboo chopsticks, 50,000 gallons of vinyl chloride,
50,000.
and a box of Chinese finger traps. Let's get gross. You gotta have a lot of vinyl chloride.
I told you about when I got swabbed up the meatus, right?
You did,
It
yes.
was so painful. I can't imagine.
You had a
why.
UTI, right?
No, it was just a general STD screening, but the man was like, "We're doing it retro."
We're going old school.
Oh, so there's
for
another
this
way
one.
to get this done other
Well,
than
the
that.
the urine from it will work just as well.
So why,
So why did they do this to you?
subject you to a
I
painless
don't
procedure?
know, but he was like, "This is another way of testing the area for infection." I said, "Okay," and dry Q-tip. Dry.
So, did he seem like he was maybe homophobic?
No, he might have enjoyed it.
I don't like that.
I
I
didn't
don't
enjoy
like
it.
this.
I didn't. Enjoy
I
it.
don't want
like
this.
that. That's
Well,
wild.
as you guys may know, we're recording. We're in the podcast.
What? No way.
Oh my god.
Oh my
happened
god.
again.
I
am
think
so
Matt
surprised
did
by
it.
you.
I think I've only genuinely caught anyone off guard maybe twice in the very beginning when we started this podcast. When I started recording Pat unprompted.
Yeah, and I caught on and was like, "This, I can never trust." I just imagine my whole life's being
Trust.
recorded by you now.
I mean, listen, if you did say anything weird, I could always cut it out. I have the power of editing.
But would he?
No.
What do you
Say.
What do you?
Hi
I mean, Matt's
everyone.
his full name, so I don't know.
I do. Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of the What Is the Gayest Thing podcast. I am Matt Klubeck. And today with me I have the idiopathic hypersomniac, Pat. How are you doing, Pat?
Tired. That's for sure. I'm tired. I'm tired. I worked today on Memorial Day. We're recording on Memorial Day.
You're right. May 29th, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do I feel about it? I don't feel great. That's for damn sure.
You don't like Memorial Day?
I don't care about it, but I really don't care about working on it. I did not like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Also with us today, returning as again a regular guest at this point, the regular insomniac, Jackie. How are you doing, Jackie?
Hey. Hey,
Regular.
everybody. I'm just regular.
Do you have insomnia? Do you suffer from insomnia?
I did when I was a teenager, actually. I had a very, very hard time falling asleep, and I would have to play a certain soundtrack frequently in order to kind of get
Is
myself
it the
to fall
Twilight
asleep.
soundtrack?
Yes, it was. It's one of the
Interesting.
songs off there. It was I think it was Claire de Lune.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be like
Which is-
Supermassive Black
which-
Hole.
Yeah, which predates Twilight, but that is
It really Claire de Lune really hits me in all the feels
Mhm.
after playing Danganronpa V3. Anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't you say Claire de Lune makes you sad though?
Because of
Yes,
Danganronpa
because
V3.
of- yeah.
I feel mystified when I listen to it. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess.
Should we go
sharing?
into?
I shouldn't share anymore. Fuck.
Should we go in? No, I want you to share. Share.
Share. Yeah, I got something to share with you. It's my appreciation of Claire de Lune. It's a classic. Oh, de
bitch.
pussy.
Welcome to my big fat homophobic wedding, bitch.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Let's get personal, shall we? What's going on
Yeah.
in our lives?
Jackie,
what's going on in your life?
Yeah, start us out.
Hey, you targeting me?
Okay, fine. Pat, what's going on in your life?
Okay, nothing. I worked on Memorial Day and it was god awful and I hated every second of it. And the only solace I found was that no one else was working in the lab today, so I could just listen to Padum Padum by Kylie Minogue without interruption.
I love that for you.
And yeah, it's great. I finished the Owl House. I'm playing Tears of the
Oh, you
Kingdom.
finished.
Oh, I finished.
Did you also say this in the voice memo that I didn't listen
I
to?
did not say it in the voice
I
message.
thought you did. I thought you said it in there.
Oh, did I? Oh, well, Jackie.
Well, Matt would know.
I
Matt's
listened to
Matt's
it.
the historian here.
Well, I listened to it. I listened to the voice memo.
I
Playing
know.
Tears of the Kingdom. Diablo 4 comes out soon. I didn't preload it because it's not for preload, but I have it ready to install whenever I can install it.
So
ready.
ready.
He's ready.
Yeah, I might as well have just douched before I play it. I'll be that ready.
Oh, get your butthole ready and prepared. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one said I was douching my butthole.
Where? Okay. Well, where are you
He's
douching?
his computer.
Jackie, what have you
He's
been up
clearing
to
out space.
recently?
Well, let's see. I've done a bit of gardening.
Mm.
Gardening and mulching and everything, getting my plants ready. I have a bunch of herbs.
Very lesbian.
And very lesbian. Fruits planted. I loved when, kind of unrelated, speaking of lesbian, when we were hanging out with your friend Jared, and he's like, oh, like those stereotypical lesbians that have a toolbox in their car. And I was like, Jared, that is me. I do have a toolbox in my car. Do you need anything?
No, you're so lesbian. You have a toolbox in his car.
I went up to him. I was like, sweetie, I think you need this.
That's what you
Sweetie,
give
I already
as like
put it
a
in your
gift
car.
bag from your birthday. Like everyone
Yeah.
take a toolkit.
Everyone
An Allen key, bitch.
Allen key.
Oh.
Yeah. That is really good. I also had a really fun dream last night when I said my big fat homophobic wedding. I had this dream that I had to go to Colorado with my dad for this wedding. And I had invited Matt to the wedding. And I'm at the wedding venue and I don't even know who, like, I couldn't tell you who it was who was getting married. But I'm like looking around and it's like wealthy homophobic Christian vibes.
Yeah.
Not a good time. And I'm like looking around and I'm like, oh, this could get really interesting with my haircut. And so it's like a couple hours before the wedding. Matt still isn't there. And I called Matt. I was like, bestie, where are you? And Matt's like, hey, actually, I can't come because I just woke up from a nap.
See, that's real though.
I know.
It's accurate, but like, what did I miss my flight
guess
because
you
I was
missed
sleeping?
Your flight, but like, why didn't you come with me? I don't know. And so I'm like looking around. I'm like on the phone with you, looking around the wedding venue at like these. It was like dance moms, toddlers with tiara meets Christian massive giga church vibes, and I was like, honestly, that's probably for the best because I think I might get hate crimed. And was very happy that you weren't going to be subject to that.
Oh, me and you together, emanating our gay energy.
Oh, can you
Yeah,
imagine?
it would have been over.
I like how you
Over.
were worried about them recognizing the haircut, as if that's really. It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing they're gonna
Isn't
notice.
this? But it like a haircut is one of the most like immediate. You
I know,
can do
but,
that
like,
from a distance.
When you step out of your SUV covered in sawdust with like a fucking
Smelling like
tool
Home
belt,
Depot.
smelling like Home Depot.
they're gonna know.
Oops, I left my tool belt on again. Hope
You have
the-
Melissa
hope the wedding
Etheridge
isn't mine.
blasting when you're driving up to the venue. Come to my window.
Come to my window, yeah, to get your free toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, how about you?
Oh, right. Yeah, nothing much has been going on. I've actually been like hanging out with people more.
That's
which
nice.
which I don't know, like I
Surprise.
guess during the winter I like became a hermit and like like over winter time I just did not hang out with people. So I've been hanging out with people more. get myself back into like the social mindset of, you know, because I only have a few more years in my 20s. So like I gotta be more social, right?
No, mama. You can be so. What happened? You turn 30 and you can't be social
Yeah,
anymore?
I turned 30 and I immediately like go under a rock and stay there
As a
forever.
person who is over 30 at this point, there's no like you wake up the day of or the day after suddenly like 80 years old and a completely
Turn
different
wrinkly.
person. Yeah, or like who has
Yeah.
completely different mindset and habits and everything. That's not, Mama, that's not how that works.
Oh no, age is just a number. I know. But like what
But
happens
you
when
just said something contradicting to that.
What happens when everyone starts having children? Like who am I going to hang out
Who?
Well,
with?
that's your fault for having friends that have children. That's your fault.
I'm with Pat on this. That's your
I have
fault.
plenty of friends
I mean,
who are
besides
never
you
going to
two.
have
not having
children.
kids.
Besides
Oh.
you two. Like
Mama,
all of
get
my other friends
yourself-
are going to have kids soon.
Well,
Who?
here's
I'm not going to name them on the podcast. We can talk about it
right.
later.
Oh, right.
okay. Here's the thing: you need to get yourself a good group of just big old faggots
Yeah.
Yeah.
who are out there, letting the Laffy Taffy hang out,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and you know they're never gonna have kids.
Yeah.
I got a
No,
good.
but I
have a-
don't have enough gay friends, and you never invite me to things.
Okay, well, you are very far away,
You
so
are.
I have
Anything
to.
farther than 20 minutes outside the city.
And
Forget
like
them.
sometimes I get invited to things impromptu day of, and I know to invite you, I need to give you a tiny bit of notice.
A
So sometimes
tiny
it's
bit.
3
hard.
days.
What if I move closer though?
See, this is what I'm talking about. If you move closer, you can get a whole new bailiwick,
Yeah.
a whole new bag.
I'm not going to say exactly what, but there is a chance in the near future I could move closer. We'll see.
Yeah, you're joining the witness protection program.
Yeah.
You're gonna change your name.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
announcing it on the podcast that he's joining the witness protection program.
Yes, of course. I'm
Yes.
telling all of our listeners that I'm
It's
going
very
into witness
safe.
protection. Yeah.
Well, since we don't have any listeners, they'll be fine.
Now,
And I'm not one of them, so who am I going to tell?
You're not even listening right now.
Not listening. What?
let's spill the tea, shall we? Let's do our social cultural segment of the podcast. Tears of the Kingdom. We all have it. We all started playing it. We all got somewhat in there. What do we think?
I waited 80 years to get off that goddamn fucking floating island. And I didn't like it.
that intro segment or the intro section of the game was very long. Yes. Also, spoilers for like maybe the first 10 hours of Tears of the Kingdom is what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. I don't really like the game. It's you know what? It's not, and you know what? It's not the game's fault.
Right.
It's
Well, I want to hear more about this because yeah.
maybe I'm just old now. Like I'm the old man holding on to the past and rattling it with his bones, going, "This is the way things have been, and they shouldn't change." Because I'm thinking back, I was like, loved Ocarina of Time, loved Twilight Princess, I liked Skyward Sword, even though I never beat it, loved Wind Waker, and all of them have linear Zelda storylines, and I really enjoy it. Then these two games have been more open world, and it's like, first of all, Breath of the Wild's plot was like tied on a shoestring dangling in a tornado. Like it was so not there,
Right.
Mhm.
to the point where progression felt irrelevant in the game because the plot line was, because like progression should be matched with story development or should be matched with plot. Like I should feel myself getting stronger as enemies get stronger as the plot moves forward, and it just didn't get that. And now it's Tears of the Kingdom. It's like the same goddamn thing. And maybe it's because I have little attention problems. And I'll just be going off on my own, being like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's like 8 shrines to do near me. I don't even feel like doing them though. I'm like, I'm getting lost in the sauce. I don't like how many controls there are. There's a lot going on.
Oh, here's a question for you. Because I've seen a trend recently in newer games. A lot of games are moving into this open world format. We saw it in the new Pokemon. They moved into an open world, though there was more of a progression system in the new Pokemon Scarlet Violet than there was in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. But like all of these new games, Elden Ring, all these new games moving towards open world. Do you like that, or like would you prefer a more linear game?
Well,
in general,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. World of Warcraft, open world game, right?
Yeah.
You two haven't played it, so you wouldn't know. But it's open world
Well,
game.
yeah, I know though.
But I really loved it. Not anymore because I think the game's gone to the shitter. But I really loved it. It's open world, but there is a path you have to kind of follow. You can branch off and then go different ways, but there's a linear feel to it. There's a distinct progression with your character as you move forward. Maybe also because that has a skill system, an armor system, whereas this game really doesn't. Armor and weapons shatter all the time. Your skills are like all of 5, but they're not really like skills. They're more of just like sort of like mobility, or sort of like just, grabbing shit, putting shit on each other, moving shit. It's a little less like an RPG in that sense. It's still an RPG, but it's a little less intense than like a World of Warcraft, a Diablo 4 or something like that. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why. But I don't mind the huge map. I don't mind the many side quests. I'm fine with that. It just feels like, I don't know, like I'm waiting for something to happen. It's like there's 8 miles of empty space everywhere, and I'm like, well, this just feels empty and boring, just like Breath of the Wild did. And then I pushed in Breath of the Wild to get through the story as fast as possible, so I wanted to see it, and I was like, the story was bad too. It's just empty open space where I can do about 130 different shrines that take about 5 minutes each. Mama.
I will say, when I started playing Tears of the Kingdom, I wasn't really hooked on it. I thought the plot was more interesting, but like the freaking pacing of that first kind of tutorial area was really challenging. And then the brief amount of time after that, when you get down to Hyrule, was also a bit annoying. And I was like, oh, I honestly don't know how much I like this game. I'm a bit farther into it now, and I do like it more. And I think the plot is more interesting now than Breath of the Wild.
I sure should hope so.
Yeah, Jackie's a little bit further along in the game than I think both me and you are, Pat.
Yeah, but I already got spoiled on so much shit.
Oh.
See, I haven't. I've avoided spoilers.
I mean, right now, I was looking at the plot and I was like, okay, this seems like a more interesting storyline. They're going into more detail. I love that. Zelda turning into light and floating away. I rolled my eyes. I nearly laughed. I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know why it irritated me so much. I was like, I think it's because you just had that whole setup of trying to find Zelda in the Temple of Time. She's not even there. But then you see her there. But then you see her there in the past, I'm assuming, or in the future at some point she was there. She's got the Master Sword now. But then you see her in Hyrule Field, and I was like, I spent the first hour of this game looking for this twat, and then I saw her in the past or something, and now I see her again, and she's once again, like, left? Like, what's going on?
I got really annoyed. As soon as, Daddy, what's his name?
Oh, Rauru. Rauru? Is that his name?
Yes. Rauru said,
Daddy.
oh, Zelda's waiting for you in the Temple of Time. I knew.
And then she was not waiting for you in the Temple of Time.
I was like, she's not going to be there. We all know.
Why would he say that?
We all know she's not going to be there.
Well, she's there.
Lie?
I think she's there, just not at that time.
No, I do agree.
I also agree, especially after seeing, I got a little bit further towards one of the areas, and I saw a cutscene where I was like, well,
this is just like Ocarina of Time, Mama. There's like Ocarina of Time with the Temple of Time in that game too, which I like that. I like that they're pulling from other games because I've already seen references to other games in some of the stuff. So I'm happy.
Can I ask you a question? What happened at the end of Breath of the Wild? Well, wait, who didn't finish it? Matt?
I didn't finish it.
Well, do you care?
No, you can go ahead.
You already know? Okay. What happens to the beasts?
Oh, the mechanical ones?
Yeah. Do they
Nothing.
fly off into space? Or am I thinking of Voltron? Where the lions
I think you're thinking of Ultron.
I think I'm thinking of Voltron.
No, I think they shot those beams at Calamity Ganon.
And then
or whatever that thing was called, and then they kind of just are they not in the world map anymore? I don't care if they are or aren't. I'm assuming not.
No, so far as I know, they're not, and that's what I don't understand. Like, what happened to the other temples? Because these temples look nothing like those temples, and I know,
yeah,
they explained the Sky Islands and how those appeared, that it
But
was
yeah,
just sudden.
are those
But what happens
shrines
to
from
the
the
other
first game just
shrines?
gone?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's the new
And
ones.
no one talks. No one is like, wow. First it was those shrines, now these shrines.
Yeah,
That to me
130
feels
shrines
really
vanished.
weird.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a question as well? Like,
Yeah, baby.
the Hyrule map that you're on,
Mhm.
is it the same map? Like the landscape, everything, is it the same map except for obviously the things that changed from the upheaval or whatever? But is the map itself the same?
I was curious about that as well, but I haven't looked at it because I didn't want to spoil maybe like map related stuff.
I think it's relatively the same.
That's my impression as well.
I think terrain has changed, but the actual
Yes.
shape and what's in each area in terms
like,
of the
the
biome
regions are, you have
is
the
roughly
Rito,
the
the
same.
Gerudo.
The Dorito,
Gerudo.
I'm not sure I like that.
Gerudo,
Gerudo?
and Rito.
And Rito? What is the rock people? What are they?
Gorons?
Gorons.
Gora,
I don't like that the map is the same.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like anything so far. So I think, we're on the same but I haven't played much. I just got down to the floor level.
The floor.
Here's what I will say. I like open world games, but I find it hard to complete them because I get sidetracked very easily. I did the same thing with Breath of the Wild. I did the same thing with Skyrim. I just go off on all the side quests, and then I get bored eventually, and I stop playing.
I will say, Skyrim, I love Skyrim. I've never finished the main quest of Skyrim. I know how it ends.
You never
but
beat
I've
the
never
main
done it.
game?
Not for Skyrim. And Skyrim has been out for 11 years.
On about 18 different consoles.
I haven't done it. I've done like everything else. But I hate having... I know why I haven't done it. You have to, at a certain point in Skyrim, choose whether to side with the Stormcloaks or the Empire?
Right.
Imperials? Whatever. I hate having to do those choices because I want to know both. So I just end up choosing to not choose at all. And
never finish the game.
But Mama, that's when you just duplicate your save file. And then in one you picked one, the other picked the other.
But I'll forget, and then I'll make a mess.
Well, Daddy loves when you make a mess.
Daddy does love it.
I'd like to say one more thing about this before we inevitably have to move on.
Yeah.
I just really hope... I liked Breath of the Wild when I first played it for about, the first several hours. And then I was kind of like, come on, let's go. So I just hope that, because I know I missed a lot of side quests in Breath of the Wild, I just hope that in Tears of the Kingdom, there's a lot in between. Because if the game can hold my attention in between the main missions, with side quests, with interesting things, then I don't mind. The problem was I would walk around in Breath of the Wild and go, looks, first of all, it didn't look that beautiful, but it looked beautiful on the Switch. But it would just be empty.
Yeah.
And like you'd have a few monster interactions, but that's it. If they can routinely give me certain side quests or just have them sprawled out enough that even if I enter a zone blind, I can run into a few and just keep my attention just a little bit so I can get to the next big area or big quest, I will be fine. They just have to really maintain my focus. And if they don't, I'm going to look around and be like, this is boring.
Can I talk about something related to this? Oh, Jackie, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just going to say that I think this game tries to guide you a little bit more.
Oh, good.
And I think they are a little bit more... I think they're more successful at it than Breath of the Wild, because they kind of just let you go with, I think, a lot less guidance than what this game does.
I want to talk a little bit about the side quests real quick. At least the ones that I've encountered so far. I haven't gotten very far. But, like, you do all this stuff, and then they're like, oh, thank you so much. And then what's the reward? 20 rupees. I'm like, why did I spend 30 minutes trying to do this just for you to give me 20 rupees?
And a piece of armor is like 500-600 rupees. And I'm like,
like, kind of spoilers, but I ran into a side quest where you run up to this bitch and she's like, stop scaring me. And then all the toys in the cart go everywhere.
Yes. Yes. I tried that quest once. I was like, I'm not fucking around with you. And I left.
I spent 30 minutes collecting all these stupid items gathered around in a minute and 30 seconds, and it takes fucking forever.
It's hard.
It's difficult. And then she's like, oh, thank you so much. And then she kissed me 20 rupees. I'm like, why did I do this?
I thought
Why
for
did I
a
do this
second I
quest?
thought you said she kissed me. And I
Kiss
was like,
me.
what?
Yeah,
She
I
kissed
heard
me.
kiss me.
Okay, thank you.
And then she
Yeah.
kissed me. No,
then
she
she
gave me
kissed-
20 rupees. What?
Kiss me where you miss me, right between my legs.
And then
Yeah.
there's that guy that's holding the sign up everywhere.
Him
And
I love. Him I think is so fucking funny.
But-
That one I fucking love. He's such an idiot.
I see him everywhere.
thing.
And he's like, help
Same
me.
thing
And I'm like,
every
okay.
time.
And then he gives me 20 rupees too.
Yes, but he gives you more stuff though.
He does.
Him I like.
He does.
Him
He
I
gives you more
like.
stuff. But still, like,
Gives
was it
you
worth it?
Food and a thing. For me, those are worth it because they are super quick puzzles. They're in game, so you kind of encounter them randomly. And I think the rewards, you don't just get money, you get food, which is a very useful item in the game.
Yeah.
And like a material. So for him, I love that. That's great.
I've
That's
just
Material
seen-
girl.
I've seen him
Material
like
girl.
I've seen him like 6 or 7 times already. I'm
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
can't help you every time. I'm sorry.
He has financed me. He's like a sponsor at this point.
I want to talk about Overwatch PvE and how it was thrown in the
yes.
trash can.
Sure was.
Are we surprised?
No.
Honestly, like, there's a lot of drama about it online. There's a lot of videos of people ranting about it, which is understandable because they like basically threw Overwatch 1 in the trash in order to do PvE and then didn't do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I understand people's frustration with it, but like I had also given up on PvE like probably 2 years ago or whenever Overwatch 2 launched. I had like given up on the idea that the PvE was going to happen already. So I'm like not as frustrated about it, even though I'm upset that I'm not going to get my fun campaign of Overwatch. I'm just like not as phased by it because I kind of already felt this coming.
I did. I think there was so much writing on the wall, but I also get people's frustration because I think Overwatch was such a titan. It is still in the gaming industry, but I think there's another level of the frustration, which is just like these gaming companies or like companies in general, that I could be projecting, making these decisions about content that they have no business. It's the executive level, like making these decisions or focusing on shit that is not congruent to good product development, sound strategy, and just creates a ton of user frustration and disenchantment with the brand identity. And Overwatch, Blizzard put their fucking foot in it. They really fucking did.
They did. They done goofed.
They really stepped in it now, didn't they?
Jinkies.
I think we are probably a little less frustrated just because we've been new. But I really do feel bad for the fans of Overwatch 1 that were really excited for it. And I do feel bad about the fans of Overwatch 2 who are a bit newer to the community and didn't maybe have the inkling that we did and that got on Overwatch 2 with the promise that it would one day include PvE. I was reading that apparently Overwatch 3 would have been a full... Yeah, Overwatch 3 would have become a full sort of MMO...
Oh, that's right.
RPG kind of game.
Yeah.
Or RPG kind of PvE game, and to see these trailers where they have gameplay of it, they've shown progression of it, like the skill trees and shit. They have all this stuff, and then to spend years teasing it and talking about it and developing it, and then to throw it all out. Not all of it. They are keeping some of it. To throw out the main bits of it, it just seems like I just want to know like what it's like when Adele canceled her Vegas residency like 2 nights before it was ready.
Bro.
She came back and did it eventually, but she had canceled it like a few days before it actually started.
Oh.
She cited, all these reasons like COVID and it wasn't ready and shit like that. It was like you've been preparing for so long, and then to get rid of it, presumably so close to when you should have been launching it or may have been launching it. It's just such a puzzling thing, and I love seeing Blizzard getting dragged for it. I enjoy companies getting dragged online by their fan base.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it's deserved. Like I think this is definitely deserved. And it's a shame because Overwatch 2 is just gonna get, in my opinion, worse. Because these PvE events that they have are gonna be timed. There's not gonna be a lot of replayability to them. They'll probably be linked with the battle pass, and it's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be these one-time events every so often, much like the current events, and it's not going to be great.
If I have to pay for these story missions, that they're
Oh,
gonna
I'm not.
release. Oh, we're 100% gonna have
Yeah.
to pay for them. And I'm like, am I gonna play them? Like, I don't know, because
I know.
yeah, I mean the previous experience that we've had with these story missions or like the PvE have been so terrible, and we recently had
They're
this Star
awful.
Watch thing that was awful. And I was
Did you
just,
play it?
We Matt and I played a few games
Oh, how
one
was it?
night.
it was awful.
There was you don't get anything. You just play a map as like either side. You're playing another team, so it's not even PvE. And
Yeah.
you just are playing in a different skin, and there's a couple turrets on the map.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
so.
It wasn't great. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not paying for these extra skins. I really hate the pay-to-play mindset that a lot of companies are gearing towards. Because, like we've talked about, it's just a fucking cash grab.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what they need to do, because if these are significantly different from the PvE that they've already given us, what they need to do is they need to give us a few of them for free.
Yeah.
To like draw people back in and be like, this is a different experience than what we've given you so far.
Yes, get some faith.
Give us some
restored.
faith, that there's actually something here, and then put it behind the battle pass. Which...
Yeah, and honestly, like that would be fair if there is the clear promise of like, this is the new content. It is totally different, and you can access that for like a pay thing. Sure, I kind of get it. If it actually is good, but they have lost a lot of faith in their ability to do so.
I don't agree. I think it's completely ridiculous. But
So
also
which part?
putting it behind the battle pass, I think it's
If
completely
it was
ridiculous.
like new,
yeah.
if it was like, what about like routinely changing, or not
No,
routinely changing, but
people
like yearly?
people paid for the base game of Overwatch 2.
Mhm.
They paid for it, and there is no difference right now between Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, except
Agreed.
for some of the
Is that
hero
Overwatch
selections.
2 free to play? Or am I misremembering?
No, it's free to play once there was a base buy-in for it. Especially if they buy it now. Like new players, for example.
You still have to buy it.
You still have to buy it.
Oh.
Really? Oh, is it that Overwatch 1 players just already got Overwatch 2? Is that why I don't remember paying?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's still like a base fee. So when you think about what you're buying, it's like nothing because you're not getting anything different for Overwatch 1. So they'll put out these missions, which are now, or could be, we don't know, but they could be behind another paywall, the Battle Pass. And these missions, when they were PvE, they were meant to actually tell a plot, like a story.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to just be like Junkenstein's Revenge or Star Watch.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to say, oh, okay, every season we're going to release one story mission. Mama, seasons last forever. You want me to get invested in a plot when you're going to give me one episode of a plot every, how long is a season? A month?
3 months?
A month? 2 months? Seasons
2
are
months,
quite
3
a
months?
while. They're quite a
So
while.
you're going to give me
2
one
months.
episode of a show every 2 to 3 months, and you expect me to get invested and care about it and want to play the next one? But also, that episode's going to have no replayability. I'm going to play it maybe 3 times. I'm going to get the 7 achievements that are associated with it. I'm going to get that one dinky skin that they're probably going to associate with and a weapon charm, and then it's going to be over. I've paid an extra, $5 for it? Why would I do that?
That, in terms of like that scale of content, I agree. That's not fair and that's not shitty. But isn't like, don't MMORPGs, don't they do like similar things where they're like, if you want this content, you have to pay for it, like WoW Dragonflight type of thing. But that's a lot bigger.
But that's a whole expansion pack. So like you buy the base game of WoW, you get a full game's worth of stuff, and the expansion packs are usually not as big additions as the main game, but they are substantial. They will last you hours and hours and hours. And WoW endgame is, I mean, I don't enjoy the endgame, but it is highly replayable. Because there are certain things you can only do when you get to endgame. You can do these dungeons over and over again to get this specific armor, to get these specific items, whatever. So it's different. Like, yeah, I'll buy I don't play WoW anymore, but like Diablo 4 will have an expansion pack. I'll buy the extra Diablo 4 expansion pack that could run me $20 to $30 for a whole new act of the storyline, a whole new map, a whole new class, blah 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 blah. And that's what they did with like Diablo 2, for example. They released an expansion pack. It was the 5th act of the game. It was 2 new classes. It was a new like system. Like, I'm fine with that. But you have to make the content like commensurate with what you're paying for it. And I don't think these are
Yes.
going to be worth it because they're going to be bad. They're just because we already saw what their PvE looks like. It's shit.
I've hated all the PvE
It's
stuff.
scat. It's not good. Like the AI system for the enemies is the dumbest
Garbage.
AI
It's
system
so
I've ever seen.
garbage.
They walk into a room and they just stand there and target you. There's like no intelligence behind them.
Oh god, the AI that you get in Star Watch is just jumps in and dies immediately. Like you get an AI friend and it literally goes in and dies immediately every time.
Mama,
You know
sweetie.
what's really sad too? If Overwatch succeeds at pulling something off like that with some kind of silly paywall, so many other companies will do it too.
This
Like,
is why I
oh,
think
just fucking go on a trend and do it.
when John said that Fortnite ruined the gaming industry, I agree.
Oh yes. Oh
Because
yes.
Fortnite was
Yeah.
free to play, put everything behind a battle pass, and then
Yes.
every other fucking company did the same exact thing because they're
You're
like, oh my god, this model
we'll
works.
do that too. If this model works, you're getting profits hand over fist. Content's fucking shit. The designs are stupid.
I hate it.
Sure. I hate Fortnite.
Oh, well, I also hate
Genuine.
Fortnite, but
I hate Fortnite.
I'm just happy that from what I've seen about the Diablo 4 Battle Pass, it's really not that bad, and it's not necessary.
you don't have to pay for it, right?
No, you have yes. So it's like Overwatch 2, where like there's a component you do not have to pay for, and for all of it there is a component you have to pay for.
But I'm already paying $60 for Diablo 4, right? Or is that how much the game is?
Yeah, it's $60, but you're getting the whole base game with you're getting a full game when you buy the
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
The battle pass is just extra shit, but none of
Like an
that shit
expansion.
is necessary to actually play and enjoy the game. That's
Like
how I
DLC
think
equivalent.
that's how battle passes should work. It should be that you
Yes.
can play the whole game by itself and not need the battle pass for anything. But if you wanted the extra cosmetic, if you wanted the extra horse skin, the extra armor skin, you can buy the battle pass.
But are they like
Agreed.
blocking you from being able to play a specific role or anything like that? Or
No.
can you play all the different characters? Because that's what
You
they're
can-
doing in Overwatch, and I don't like it.
No, you can play every class. You can play the whole game without the battle pass. The battle pass, at the very least, will give you cosmetic rewards, certain items, but not items that break you the ability for you to play the game. And I think there were allusions to that the battle pass might include some early content. So if you had the battle pass, you might get content earlier than the other people, but
That's a
they
good
will
idea.
get it eventually. So that's what I like. Like the battle pass does not have to be this make or break thing that if you want to get the full experience of the game, you have to buy it. It should just be an add-on, and you know the real fans are going to buy it.
Yeah.
So it's fine, but you can play the whole game with every class to its completion without buying it, which is I think good.
Okay. I think that makes a little bit
Diablo-
more sense.
Diablo hasn't injured their player like loyalty either. They've
Diablo
been
Immortal?
pretty.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they did.
They did. They have.
Oh.
With Diablo 3 and Diablo Immortal. Diablo 3 not so much, but Diablo Immortal a lot. They really pissed off the fans. But then they showed Diablo 4 and people were like, "Oh."
Is Diablo Immortal, is that within the same like plot line? Of
Yeah, it takes
Diablo
place
1, 2, and
between
3?
2 and 3.
Oh.
Or 3 and
got it.
4. Wait, is it? It's between 2. I think it's between 2 and 3. It's a mobile only game, although you can play on the desktop, but it's not as good. You might as well just play it on mobile.
Huh.
I've played some of it. I haven't beaten it. I don't enjoy it because I don't like. I think Diablo should be played on computers or consoles only, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a purist.
Well, that's what she said.
So is there anything else on Overwatch PvE, or can I move on?
Can we move on?
Can
We
I
don't
move on?
Run the show.
No, because I want to do a check out these Rockin' Queers. Because I have a shout out that I wanna give.
Who is it?
I'm ready, Mama.
Oh, I know who it is. I lied.
Do you know who it is? Oh yeah, you probably do.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
I have a shout out today. So this is check out these Rockin' Queers, where we shout out our favorite queer content creators and show our love and appreciation for them. Today we are shouting out one of our streamer content creator friends, SeaTurtleJetski. You know Jetski, Jackie.
Oh, I love Jetski.
Jetski is a YouTuber, Twitch streamer, and terminally online, like Twitter, TikTok thirst trapper is how he described it.
I love that.
His main content are his Slay or Nay game review videos, which I absolutely love that name. I think it's hilarious. But basically, Slay or Nay is like a comedy game review type of video from a queer perspective. And they're really funny. I've watched a couple of them. He's already done reviews of Elden Ring, Fall Guys, Subnautica, Alien Isolation Xenomorph, and Pokemon Violet. And you can find all of them on his YouTube. I'm going to link his YouTube in the description. But yeah, he did do a review of Pokemon Scarlet, which I know you guys have both played.
Certainly did.
And the editing in those videos is also hilarious. I've watched through them. He has really good editing
fun.
skills. I think they're really funny.
Well, please check them out. I think it would behoove every one of our listeners to check them out on Twitch.
Yes. And
all their
YouTube.
other socials.
I'll put everything in the description.
Yeah, I will say whenever I see Jetski's content pop up on my Twitter feed, it always brightens my timeline.
Yeah.
He's a star in a sea of darkness on Twitter.
Yes.
A star in a sea of darkness. Interesting.
Mhm.
It's very interesting.
That's what Twitter is, though, right now. It's mostly darkness and then
yeah.
a couple of stars.
What's a cesspool?
Yeah, it's really gone down the shitter.
Literally.
Should we talk some politics?
Well, do we have to?
It's one of the segments of our show, Mama, but we can skip it if you really don't want to.
No, you want to talk about what you want to talk about. So let us tee us up.
All right, here we go. Why does politics suck? Firstly, I did want to issue a correction for something I said in the last episode. I said that Trump was a convicted sex offender. Technically not true.
Yes.
Trump was held liable for sexual abuse in a civil suit, not a criminal suit. So there's my correction. He's still a sex offender, though.
I also said something wrong in the pod last week, although I can't, not last week, 2 weeks ago, technically, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh,
I remember listening to the pod. I heard myself say something. I said, "That's not true, though." I misspoke, and then I was gonna make a note of it, and I never did. But I know there was something on the last pod that I said was like adjacent to the truth, but not quite. But I forgot what it was. I'll get back to us later.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I also said something in the pod that was a lie.
Yeah, that you were there.
What did you say?
You know what? I said that we were friends. And I want to apologize to our viewers. Because that isn't true. The truth is, we're family.
Oh, found family.
That was fucking disgusting.
Anyway, Trump is still a sex offender, just not criminally.
He's defensive to look at.
He's also scum.
Scum at the bottom of the barrel, yeah. Ugly too.
Skeezy, nasty, and
rotten, yeah.
Fuck.
Skeezy,
nasty, rotten, and awful.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about him, but I do want to talk about something else.
Someone worse.
Ron DeSantis. That's actually who I want to talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
He's so good.
So Ron DeSantis signs, honestly, a terrifying string of bills in the last couple of weeks. The trans bathroom bill ban, which bans transgender people from going to the bathroom in a public place with the gender that they identify with. They have to go into the bathroom for the sex assigned at birth. Gross God. And also very dangerous. A gender affirming care ban for minors and 80% of adults. And there's a whole slew of other laws that are really vague and really scary as well. One of them is the state can take custody of children if the state believes that that child is at risk of being subjected to gender affirming care, which is very vague because it could just mean if the parent is trans, they could just take the kid because that could be at a risk of subjecting them to that. There's a lot that Ron DeSantis did, and then he announced he's running for president. So let's talk about it.
Well, firstly, about the hold on, sorry, I just dropped my bird. Firstly, about my bird.
Your bird?
Oh.
Aww.
Thank God didn't break. So about the whole going to the bathroom of what we were assigned at birth as, not what you present as now. I love watching the videos of trans and non-binary people who present very differently than what they were assigned at birth in like these city council meetings or whatever, going, do you, to usually a man, would you feel comfortable if I was in your bathroom and this person now presents more feminine, let's say? It's like, yeah, I was assigned male at birth, but do you feel comfortable with me, this presenting woman or not man presenting person, being in the bathroom with you? And I love seeing those videos because it's so obvious that it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't be this way. But it's just so fucking funny. And then I saw a clip of Jinx Monsoon doing her stand-up. And she even says, do you really want me to come into the men's bathroom looking like this? And she's in complete drag. And she's like, I love when I go into the bathroom and the guy sees me and goes, you know, this isn't your bathroom. And she responds something like, in a
Hey,
very
bitch.
deep voice,
Yes.
like, it sure is. And it's so fucking funny that this is happening. I mean, it's not funny that this is happening. It's funny to see these responses to it happening because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
I saw a very troubling video. This was not funny, about this person who said, I went into both bathrooms and was accosted that I couldn't be in either one because the one I went to assigned at birth, they said I didn't look it. The other one, which I assigned with, they said I was clearly not. And apparently they were threatened. I think what happened was they were going into the women's bathroom and the husband of the wife that was in there threatened them, saying, you shouldn't be in the bathroom with my wife because you're a man, even though they weren't. And it got very apparently close to violent or near violent. And you know, that's the horrible side of this.
Yeah, it makes it basically so that trans people can't use the bathroom in public.
And you know
because
what?
if they do, then they'll be accosted or attacked. And
I think a great form of protest, shit in the street. I'll join. I think every trans person and trans ally should just start shitting and pissing in hallways, in the street, just letting it all go.
You know, I think we should also just remove the gendered signs from the bathrooms just to really cause a little bit of more chaos.
Oh yeah, scratch them out, you know, invert them.
I think on the note of bathrooms specifically, as a quick tangent, it's important to me, Roz has some really interesting opinions on this. They tried to get a gender-neutral bathroom at their college. And in kind of asking people about, you know, having a gender-neutral bathroom, what they found was that people in general just hate public bathroom spaces. And I think a lot of that discomfort of that space, you can really tell, like, the laws that they're doing seems to all stem from discomfort, and discomfort like at these like shared spaces. And I don't understand why we're preventing people from using a bathroom when we could just add another fucking bathroom. If you feel like, you know, you are uncomfortable with a person of the perceived opposite gender as you or sex as you in your bathroom, that's fine. It is an uncomfortable space and we should design them differently, but another solution that doesn't prevent anyone from having care, even though I know that's not the point of these laws, they want to box people away, whatever, just add another fucking bathroom. Just add an all-gender bathroom.
I think that all bathrooms should be all-gender bathrooms, but that's a different thing.
I know. Yeah, yes.
Like, I'm going in there to blow up that porcelain. I'm not going in there. Matter. I'm trying not to bleed out on the toilet. Like, I'm not trying to, like, get at your kids or get at your wife or your husband. I'm just trying to have a bloody bowel movement.
Yes, but that goes back to people's discomfort at these bathroom spaces and like how they were designed. How does the design of those bathrooms increase our levels of discomfort? And that's, I think, where it gets really interesting, because if you look at other countries, their bathroom designs can be completely different in the sense that, like, for one thing, they're not made out of like fucking plastic walls where you can like scoot your foot in under someone else's stall.
Yeah.
And there's not like a 3-inch gap in the stall door where you can just be like, "Hey, you okay in there? Hey,
let me see that
help?
shit.
Hey, how you doing in there?"
They're designed so differently where they're enclosed, they're actual walls, or they have a locking door that's an actual door. And I think those designs, when they actually take a person's individual comfort into consideration, can create a completely different emotional experience that can translate as a whole to our overall perception.
Whole.
Lol, bathroom shitting, to our whole perception of public restrooms and what they serve and the threat that they should not be. They're not a threat.
Can I say something?
Yes.
No. Oh, like
Here's what I have to say about this. Fuck people's discomfort. I don't care, at least in this scenario, because this exact same thing is the reason why segregation happened in the first place. The white people all said, I'm uncomfortable with my children around black people.
Yes.
And then so we're like, okay, then we'll make a bathroom for the black people and a bathroom for the white people. That way no one's uncomfortable. Fuck people's being uncomfortable. Fuck discomfort. I'm just like, your personal comfort doesn't mean we have to segregate an entire separate bathroom for transgender people to go to. It's ridiculous to me. Like, not everyone's going to be comfortable all of the time. Being in a public place, in a public bathroom, is uncomfortable in the first place. We can't prioritize everyone's comfort because everyone's going to have different comfort levels anyway. I could be uncomfortable if there's a big, muscular, scary-looking guy coming into the bathroom. I'm like, oh my god, he looks like he's going to kill me. That makes me uncomfortable.
Dick out at the urinal. That's what I don't get. How can, like, men? I feel like it's a lot of men, especially, who are like, no trans kids in my bathroom. Whatever. It's you as a male in this society. It is considered better. Like, it is the thing to do, to go into this open box room where you have a bunch of, like, holes in the wall, and you stand there, you whip your dick out, and you piss in that? No, like urinals. It's just
what bathrooms are you in?
Yeah, urinals are weird. Yeah,
it's just a little bit of porcelain. How much more uncomfortable can you fucking get?
Yeah, and
Get
like I'm jerking off in there. It's bad enough.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat's finding new glory holes, you know?
Yeah, and I'm in there trying to get it, and they're in there trying to tell people not to go in. And I'm just like, no, let him in.
You're taking away American jobs. Let that man in. He's gotta service me.
As for the other points that Matt made before, beyond the bathroom bill.
Oh yeah. Do you need me to reiterate them?
No.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone. Oh.
I don't remember.
Okay.
So there's the bathroom bill. There's the gender affirming care ban for minors.
Right. Yep.
And 80% of adults in Florida specifically.
Yes. And the take your kids.
And the take your kids bit. So yeah, go ahead, Pat.
I think it's pretty obvious where we stand on this, and I don't think we should once again just reiterate. I mean, we can once again reiterate that we don't agree with this. Obviously, we hope Ron Desantis falls into a well, breaks both his legs, and can't crawl out. But it's just
Gator gets him.
A gator. Is Samara from the ring in there dragging him down. But I don't get it. I mean, I know why they do this. I just don't. I want to know where it ends because I don't
like where we're going. I don't like this.
They need the new group to focus on, obviously. They need the new group to draw attention to so they can get away with all this other nasty shit. So trans people are that group, and drag queens, people who like break binaries are in that group. But that's not where it's going to end. It's going to be like, all right, we got all the trans people out. Now we're going to move into the gay bi people and the pan people. And then afterwards it's going to be like, well, all right, let's move on to the Mexican people or like the undesirable racial minorities we have. It's just, I don't know where it ends. I don't really want to know, to be honest, but it's so puzzling, and it's just like we didn't really have that much progressiveness in this country, really. I mean, we did, but it wasn't like to the level that we wanted it, but it was definitely going somewhere. And then it's just this quick 180. Retreading just going down the hill,
which I think historically is like a cyclical thing that kind of happens in this country as we make progress. Like if you go back to the civil rights movement, people back then were pissed about the civil rights movement. There was so much backlash to it, but then eventually we progressed. There was the downturn, and then we bounced back, and everyone kind of agreed, okay, that was a good thing that happened. So I'm
Do you-
hoping that will happen here as well, if the right measures are taken.
But see, I think that's kind of the crux of it. Like, do you think that the LGBTQ plus community is strong enough to not just rally ourselves, but rally others to push against this? Because I think what those movements, I'm not a historian, so don't fucking quote me, but I think those movements were in part so successful because their communities were really tightly knit together. They had concrete, you know, I don't know, senses of like, not, I don't want to say senses of identity, but they were interwoven. And I just in general, I wonder if we are in a place to contest the political things that are happening, and have the same kind of amount of power against them that these previous historical movements did.
Well, I think part of this is a lack of, and I might be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. Part of this is a lack of action on the Democratic and liberal politicians who are in power currently, to affect federal legislative change to protect these people, particularly we're talking about trans people, but all queer people in general. And I think it's very puzzling that something hasn't been done so far. And I understand Biden is very weary of using executive power to do things, but because Trump used it a lot and shit like that. It's sort of like when Jackie goes to their shed. They have a toolbox, right? It's full of all different tools.
Mm-hmm.
And Biden and the Democrats are kind of like, we have this one tool that we're not going to use, and we're really going to handicap our progress on this new table we're putting together. We're not going to use the handsaw. No, we're not going to use the rotary saw, the automated rotary saw. We're going to use a handsaw instead. And we're going to spend about 8 hours sawing through about a 8-inch thick piece of timber. And it's like, you could, or you could get the rotary saw to do it very quickly. So I don't understand the house is on fire. We have this water. We don't want to use it. And it's like, well, why? It would be one thing if it was like, yeah, I don't want to sign a executive action against, making everyone ditch their gas guzzling cars and buying electric, because there are other ways to mitigate greenhouse gas emissions than doing that, and that's more of a personal choice, blah blah. But there's a group of people who are being actively targeted against in the country, a very susceptible group of people that don't have laws in place to protect them, and we're just not going to do anything about it. Like, we're just not going to do everything we can to protect them. I don't get it. It's what if it was a white man who has all these laws to protect them in the workplace, it's at home, their privacy, then sure, we don't have to do executive action to protect the white man because he already has a government in a system that has been built to protect him. But now we have this group of people who have no protection whatsoever. They're getting shit on, and we're just not going to do anything. It drives me insane. Like, it drives me insane. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it, because we get to talk about how the Republicans are all evil, all we want, but then we also have to talk about the flip side of it, where we have this party, which is supposed to be very liberal, very, very supportive, very inclusive, not doing anything to really protect them, I think, from a federal aspect. I know these states, that party is not in charge. It's the Republican parties. But from a federal aspect, I think there could be more done.
I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think, okay, we have to acknowledge that Republicans control the House, whatever, so there's not much Congress can do. But you're right, Biden can do probably some executive shit in order to get us around this. But also the Supreme Court is controlled by conservatives as well. So it's like, there's this whole thing going on. But also, when the Democrats had a congressional trifecta all of a year ago, they could have done something, but they refused to blow up the filibuster in order to do anything. So what can you do?
This is where I'm like so exhausted by both these fucking parties, because we're just spinning our fucking wheels entrenching ourselves further and further in this like mire of shit. And all of these awful, more and more, worse and worse people are just coming out of the fucking mire, being like, "Oh, let me take your rights now too," or like, you know,
Hello.
I hate all of them.
Yeah, I think it's, and I do, because like I said, we always talk about how Republicans suck, and we can talk about that every episode we want to, but we should
Democrats
also
suck.
we should also expand on how else we could talk about these topics, including putting pressure on the Democrats in office to actually do something. And it's kind of, it's just, I thought there'd be more. I thought there'd be like, because there are these ideas of bills to give everyone equity and equality, and that's great, but I haven't actually heard or seen much movement on it.
I agree.
To put a cherry on this conversation,
And you could pop it right after too.
yeah. Delicious.
Very interesting.
Ron DeSantis did announce he was running for president. I can't wait. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Trump. I don't. He's a bigot. He's evil. He's really corrupt, etc., etc., etc. One thing he is really good at, though, is making fun of people. Like, Trump, it has a way of just being kind of funny. Like, again, I don't like Trump, but he is kind of funny sometimes. I want him to tear Ron DeSantis to shreds. I am waiting for him to really tear into Ron DeSantis. And I can't wait, because it's gonna like tear the Republican Party apart, and I'd love that for I love that for them.
I think that's we were talking about like the fanaticism of politicians earlier offline, and I think that is one of the ways that Trump is really successful and able to stir up the support of his crowd, is that he has this comedy, this quick read of people who like it just can really stir up. It's what some people in his party thinks, and I can't wait to see what he does to Ron DeSantis.
I mean, I'd rather not see any of it.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather not see any of it all. But if I have to see it, I will. I mean, I'm sure once the election actually starts, we will be doing some sort of coverage of it, like we did the last two elections.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I think Trump will still win the nomination. I think Trump will still win the nomination.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Ron DeSantis has got off to a rocky start, especially with that whole Twitter Spaces thing. But we could, I think that's kind of been covered enough in the media sphere. We don't have to talk about it.
How about the media tesseract?
4 dimensions.
Yeah.
What's new with the gays, first of all? Because that's a segment that we haven't done. Is there anything going on in the like gay culture sphere that we haven't talked about?
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue's not gay, but the gay men are loving Padum Padum.
She's became.
Well, she is
right?
a gay icon.
I was gonna say, because she became a gay icon a while ago.
Yeah, she's been making music for decades. Yeah. But yeah, Padum Padum is a great song. I've been re-listening to her disco album, which is so good.
I love
Supernova,
disco.
Real Groove. It's great. I love her. But I don't think she herself is queer, but she is a queer icon. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Damn.
What else came on with the gays? I don't know. The Taylor Swift show was this weekend in Jersey, in MetLife Stadium, and I didn't go, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
But a lot of gays did. I know that. A lot of gays went to Fire Island for Memorial Day because they all go, which, good for them. I love that for them. But
everyone's shooting off fireworks right now at my house for Memorial Day, and I kind of hate it.
God.
I don't hear any, and I hope it fucking stays that way.
As I get older, I've come to like hate fireworks, I think.
I've come to hate a lot of things. I think I'm turning into an old man. I hate hearing children playing. If I can hear your fucking Rugrat scream from 6 houses away, you need to take that fucking kid inside and give them some quiet time for a good 2-3 hours. Because I'm so fucking sick of hearing them. Yesterday, there was a kid crying loudly, 4 houses down, just sobbing for literally 35 minutes outside.
Oh, put that child inside. What happened?
Put it away.
I thought he was gonna say put that child down.
Whatever works.
We have that new cowboy short film with Pedro, Pascal, and Ethan Hawke where they're gay.
That's I did not see that.
Not see. Neither of them are queer, though. How do we feel about these two non-queer actors playing queer men?
Pedro
Who was it?
Pascal, I'm fine with.
I gotta look him up. I gotta look up
Does
Ethan
he get a
Hawke.
pass
Ethan
because
Hawke.
Pedro
I mean, they're
Pascal
both-
is a major ally, so I
they're
kind of
they're both great actors.
yeah.
I don't know much about Ethan Hawke. I know Maya Hawke. I know, I guess, Uma Thurman. But I will
That's
say Pedro.
his daughter, yeah.
Yes, Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I'm fine with that. He is a huge ally. I don't need
His
him
sister,
to be
his
gay.
lovely sister.
Yes, his sister. Ethan Hawke. He seems like he'd be chill. I mean, he's playing a gay cowboy, so he's probably not homophobic.
Yeah, I wonder which one's the
You never
bottom.
know because what's his face? Michael Knowles did like a gay video where he was a gay man, and then he went on to be a conservative talking head and advocate for the eradication of transgenderism.
Ew. I don't like how he looks.
Well, who's Michael Hole? What?
Michael Knowles.
Michael Knowles.
Did you see that video where he
Michael-
called for the eradication of quote unquote transgenderism?
Yeah,
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, I know this
He
cunt.
looks like a fucking tool.
He
Look at him
apparently
smoking
played
a
gay in a
cigar.
video, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, his face looks like it was beaten with an ugly stick.
I probably did it. I probably said, "Get over here."
Yeah, he climbed the whole tree and hit every branch on the way down to the.
You know,
ugly
and I
tree.
pushed him, and I'd fucking do it again.
And he'd do it again.
I do it again.
Squirt
No,
right
he
into his
looks.
open mouth.
What?
I said
What'd
I
you
would
say?
squirt right into his open mouth.
Very interesting.
As a
Very
degradation,
interesting.
as a degradation tactic, not as
no,
Right,
yeah.
not because you're attracted
no.
to him.
Yeah,
No,
and
I
by,
got
and by
it.
squirt I mean diarrhea. I don't mean cum.
Oh.
Oh, I think that's all I
That
can
clears
think
up
of.
everything.
What other gay shit's
Oh.
happening?
Well, it's not gay, but I have Taylor Swift news. She was in Philly, and this is sad. My sister works for CHOP. She's a nurse, and maybe that's doxing. Too late. And there was a girl who's she did Make-A-Wish, and she wanted to see Taylor Swift, and because Taylor Swift was in Philly, they were trying to arrange it for Taylor Swift to come see this girl who's going to be passing away.
Oh Lord.
And they reached out to Taylor Swift's people, and the response was that, quote, Taylor does not make wishes. And that is very interesting to me, because doesn't Taylor claim Philly as like, she was like, oh, Philly, you're my home city?
I don't know.
I don't know.
About
I
that.
live near Philly, so maybe that was like in the news.
Taylor does not make wishes.
I will
Taylor does not make
say
wishes.
that two things. One, it was probably not Taylor Swift who made that response. It was probably from someone.
Oh,
who
for
directed
sure.
him.
Oh, for sure.
And second of all, not every person can be available for everything you'd like them to be. And I know it's a child, so it's really upsetting, but unfortunately, that sometimes just can't happen.
It's true.
Whoever the PR person was, though,
yes,
they
is
should be
more
rip.
yes.
They should have put it away. Like, Taylor would
Yes.
love to see you, and we'll send you.
Yes.
We'll send you a
exactly.
gift basket of signed shit, or a comp
Right.
ticket to one of her
Yes.
shows if you're able
Yes.
to go. Or we'll get you a video message from her.
Yes.
Just something small. Not she'll make wishes. Good luck dying.
Yes.
Like that's that's rough.
Peace out. Hey, maybe in the next life you could like come back and hang though. Like,
Yeah, when you're up in heaven,
yes.
you can watch her show from there, bitch.
No, totally agreed. Celebrities
Have
can't be
fun in
everywhere.
hell, lol.
How about you don't get sick next time?
Cancer really bites. See
We should
ya.
definitely not be joking about a child dying, but anyway.
No, but completely agreed. I agree with you. Celebrities can't be everywhere, everything everywhere all at once. But the PR response, come on,
That was rough.
just go to CHOP. So many other celebrities will make a stop at, children's hospitals or other
Is that what CHOP is? Children's Hospital?
of Philadelphia.
I didn't know what
Children's
you meant.
hospitals.
You said
Sorry.
CHOP, and I was like, it must mean something. I don't know.
I didn't know
Maybe
what
they
it
misspoke.
I thought that was a more commonly known thing. Yeah, CHOP is Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. They were one of like the leading children's hospitals in the country. Phenomenal place of medicine. And a lot of celebrities, especially when they're in the Philly area, will make a stop at Chop to see kids or donate goods and everything like that. And Philly has a lot of good relationships, or Chop has a lot of good relationships with, you know, making those visits happen for the kids and
Not Taylor
providing
Swift.
not exactly and like providing for kids to make their stay at Chop much more, you know, hospitable and enjoyable. And she didn't. And that PR person,
That PR person's an idiot and
Yeah.
probably should get fired or completely decimated, obliterated.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
hope they blow up a toilet.
I'm about to do that.
Oh.
I gotta take some fiber. I gotta get some fiber in me.
You weren't you saying earlier that you were good?
I mean, it was solid, but it wasn't that comfortable.
It's an
I gotta-
unpleasant shit.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
very sorry to hear that.
Much like life.
Should we do some frigid or spicy?
Yeah,
How do you guys
Yeah.
feel about frigid or
Hit me.
spicy?
hot.
Hot. All right, let me pull up.
Hot as soft.
Let me pull up a hot take. Oh God. Hang on.
Does your porn pop up again?
Oh no. I think whoever made
my prostate.
whoever made this tweet, I think deleted it. So let me find a different one.
Oh.
Okay, Jackie, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nope.
Well, I think Pat's the only one who is going to be able to answer this hot take. So here we go.
Oh, I love it. Tell me.
So this is Frigid or Spicy, where we, the gays, rate Twitter hot takes on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being frigid and 5 being spicy. Hot take: Guardians of the Galaxy has the highest rewatch value in the MCU.
Oh.
I mean, that could be said for any of the films, but doesn't necessarily have to be the third one.
Specifically rewatch value, though.
I mean, I'm not the best person to ask because, I mean, let me think. All right, if I had to rewatch a series within the MCU, no, I mean they're all like some are definitely better than others, but I don't think it's the highest. Like I wouldn't rewatch the Thor films. I'm not rewatching. The Thor
no.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather take take a loose leaf paper and cut the webbing between my fingers.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I don't know. To be honest, I'm becoming more of a disillusioned MCU fan. So like, I saw Guardians 3 twice, and I don't regret it. I think Guardians 3 is a great film. I think
having not seen the third film, but having seen a lot of the other MCU content, I agree with that. A lot of the content, it's all kind of within this nice, comfy, like, medium level. It's not mediocre. It's not anything that's going to be, I don't know, the next Da Vinci's Chapel, type of thing. Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel?
Da Vinci's Chapel?
Da Vinci didn't even do that, right?
That was Michelangelo, I thought.
Yeah. Da Vinci's Chapel.
Oh my god.
I don't think Da Vinci has anything even to do with
my art teacher is just, he's not dead, but he's rolling over in his grave right now.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not dead. He's an amazing person, but he's rolling over in his grave right now.
I will rewatch MCU things. Like John and I will rewatch MCU things obligatorily. Out of obligation as we get ready for a new release. Sometimes, like a big like a big Avengers film, we'll watch everything. So in that regard, yeah, it's all rewatchable. But yes,
but not for like enjoyment, not for like, oh, I really
want to watch that movie again.
I'm not sitting down one day like craving, like I gotta rewatch this Marvel film again, because even Marvel at its absolute best, it's not as rewatchable as some other films that like I could sit down and
everywhere
watch.
all at once.
Everything everywhere all at once. I mean, if we're talking about superhero movies, I mean, the Batman, Dark Knight Rises, those are more superhero movies that I think have way more rewatchability. And I think a lot of that has to come to like the acting and the story. But I mean, Guardians 3 is great. It is one of the better, if not the best, recent MCU project.
Interesting.
And I suggest everyone watch it because I want to talk about it. But since none of you have watched it,
I'll see it eventually. How would you rate this hot take, Pat? Since you're the only one who can rate it. It's
a 3. Like it's like
very mid.
it's middling because like that's very subjective, and also like I said, MCU stuff.
I put on MCU stuff in the background when I have shit to do. And
Yeah.
I kind of need noise. I need a little bit of something to kind of keep, I don't know, the reptilian part of my brain active. I don't know. Like it's good background noise content.
Yeah,
Reptilian
like
part.
I like
It's the
rewatching
reptilian
MCU
part.
stuff when it's been years or
Yeah.
a year or more since I've seen it, and I'm like, oh right, let me rewatch this to get a second helping of it.
Yeah. And at this point, I have not seen all the Iron Man films. I don't even know if I saw the second one, and I'm not going to at this
Can you at
point.
least watch She-Hulk?
Why?
Because that okay, because I want to talk to you guys about something that happened in She-Hulk that no other MCU project has talked. They talk about something.
Oh,
There's
I remember when this. I don't know what it is, but I remember when this happened. You brought this up, and you were like, "You
there
guys should watch this." Yeah.
Is there
this
gay?
tackle. I don't know. I can't remember. That's not relevant. They talk about a particular topic in that show that is so out of the norm for like MCU's topics of like family and friendship and like power
Yeah.
dynamic, like something so specific and so relevant to modern culture. I was shocked when they showed
Oh,
when they
fuck.
showed it.
You told me what it was too, and I don't remember, but I'll have to watch it.
I looked at Kelly and I was like, they're doing
They
and then
did they just do this? Yeah.
like the topic, and I was like, I can't believe they just did that. And it was so good. It was, and then it's very self-referential. It's very break the fourth wall because She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall, so it's funny in that regard. And Daredevil's in it, so what the fuck?
And I love her, the actress.
Tatiana Maslany, who played like 8 different characters on Orphan Black and didn't get a single Emmy,
Yeah.
kill themselves.
Yeah.
The Emmy
No,
people
don't, because we need her.
No, the Emmy people should kill themselves.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
make
well, I mean, they
Maslany.
watched everything for years, and now, no, it's totally fine because we're inclusive now, guys. I don't know what this Kermit voice is.
I don't,
Kermit.
Nice.
I also don't know where we're going with this.
I don't know. It's just,
I
they
don't know.
should, because they don't deserve
Rights.
What?
rights.
They don't deserve rights.
Okay, anyway, is there another one?
No, the other one that I had, apparently the person deleted the tweet, and I don't remember what it was. So we're going to go on to Wouldya, Couldya, Shouldya, actually.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
I have one.
Tell me. Tell me
Fuck,
right now.
marry, kill.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue.
Here we go.
Okay. I love Kylie.
Lil Nas X.
Okay.
And Young Menzino from Beef.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Or
the
Young
brother
Mazzino.
The younger brother Steve, who I obsessed over.
Oh.
Jack is listening to the pod.
Oh, but I remember him. I remember him.
Okay, I'm gonna have to kill. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna kill Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
She's been making music for decades. She's already contributed quite a bit, although she did just contribute a new banger, so she still has gas in the tank. But Lil Nas's career is so young, and as a Black queer artist, he offers so much more to music that hasn't been given. Kylie Minogue is giving us what we have been given, and it's great, but it's the same kind of thing. She's iconic. She gives great music. She's a gay icon, but she is a white woman who's given us all this music already. Lil Nas X is a Black queer man who hasn't given enough, who needs to give more.
Yeah.
So I gotta kill Kylie. I gotta have sex with Lil Nas, obviously, and I have to marry Young Menzino because he's so beautiful. And he's a young actor. Like, he hasn't really been in a lot of stuff, and he's a man of color, and I need him to thrive as well. I need him to be in more stuff.
Right.
So the whitey has to die, and the 2 people of color get to survive.
I love that.
Amazing. What about you, Jackie?
I really like Pat's reasoning for killing Kylie Minogue, and I think that's very insightful. However, I am going to kill Young Mazzino, fuck Lil Nas X, and marry Kylie Minogue because she's mommy. She can provide for me. And my reasoning is exactly for what Pat said. She's been making music for decades. She's probably got a lot of industry connections. Maybe I can, I don't know, get into that field of work. No, it's brutal. I don't want that. But she has a lot of money. And you know what? If life in this world has taught us anything, it's that money really can buy happiness. And I want that.
And she can help you with the Australian accent.
Is she Australian?
She's Australian.
She's Australian.
Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue.
Good day.
Good day, Kylie.
Kylie Minogue.
Minogue.
Yeah.
Kylie
Minogue.
Minogue.
Here's
Anyway.
what I think I'm
say
gonna do.
crikey in bed.
Oh my god.
What's yours?
Here's what I think I would do. I'm gonna kill Kylie Minogue
No,
for a
love?
completely different reason than you guys. I don't know her.
What's that? Okay.
Kill a stranger.
Kill
I
a
don't know
stranger.
her, so she's dead.
Well, see, that was like me with young Mazzino.
Yeah.
Mazzino.
Young
don't know.
Mazzino
I
is
don't know
attractive. I'm gonna fuck Young
It's
Mazzino.
attractive. Yeah.
And I'm gonna marry Little Nas because I love Little Nas. So that's
Love.
me.
Love.
Yeah.
Great. Do y'all have any
Yeah, I got one.
scenario? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
The Gerudo? Not the the Gorons? The Gorons.
With the entire civilization.
Like a Goron. Fine.
Oh.
Line up.
The king of the Gorons, whatever his name, a Goron.
What? Oh, wait, I gotta Google. Hold on. King of.
Here we go.
Well, I'm
I gotta
thinking
look
of
it up too.
Ocarina of Time, King of Gorons.
His pixelated ass.
Darrell, I don't know what his name is.
Darig? Darunia?
Darunia, maybe? Is that it?
Yeah.
King of Gorons.
And he's real red, but he does
Oh,
have
look
a
at
bit of
him.
a beer belly.
Of
Not
Darunia.
He does got that
judgment,
beer
but
belly.
it's like a stereotypical beer belly.
Or so you're either gonna have to fuck, marry, kill Darunia, King of the Gorons,
Right.
the King of the Zora.
Oh,
Robert?
the King of Zora.
Oh,
No,
King
no,
Zora.
no. King Dorfin.
No, King Zora from Ocarina of Time. It's a specific king.
Oh.
Wait, this fish
Wait.
thing? This?
Yeah, King
Matt,
Zora.
why are you surprised? You just saw like a rock turd person.
Well, this looks worse. This is just a blob.
I would disagree.
Okay.
And then, so we have
King
Darunia, we have King Zora, and then what's the other thing?
The Gerudo?
No, not the Gerudo, because they're basically people.
Okay.
What is
The Rito. The Rito.
Yeah. Who was the leader of the Rito?
Is there a king queen Rito?
The Rito chieftain from Wind Waker.
Wait, hold on.
Rito chieftain Wind Waker. Let's see. Oh, okay.
So fuck, marry, kill Darunia, Zora, and the Rito chieftain.
What is this thing?
It's the bird.
It's one of the bird people, yeah.
Why is it so?
Because they're different from game to game. How they looked.
Okay.
Huh.
I think I'm gonna kill King Zora. He's just a blob. He's just a blob.
He's a fish.
Well, I can have sushi. It's fine.
You're gonna kill and eat him. Great.
I thought you didn't like sushi. Interesting.
Oh, I like sushi. Troy doesn't
okay.
like sushi.
Oh, yep, that's it.
I think I'm going to fuck the Goron. I think he could be a good time in bed, and I'll marry Rito Chieftain. Yeah.
You know, I will say in this one image that I'm seeing of a Goron, he's got nipple piercings, so that could be real fun.
Ooh, it could be fun. It could be fun. Yeah, that's mine. How about you, Jackie?
This is real hard, fam. I'd probably just kill them all.
Well, you have to fuck one of them.
Okay.
So you better.
I guess I'll fuck the bird.
Why did you have to phrase it that way?
Oh, fuck the bird.
I guess I'll. No, wait. I want to marry the bird.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck the fish. And that rock turd thing? Fucking done. Do I want to fuck the rock turd thing and kill the fish?
King Zora is feeling left out. A lot of people are gonna kill him, I think.
You know what? No. I'm gonna stick with marriage thing. I'm gonna kill the rock turd thing. Fuck the fish.
Well, you
marry
love
the bird.
fish.
I love
You
fish.
love eating fish.
I love fish. I just had it for
We
dinner.
know.
I just had it for dinner. I'm just saying.
What was Roz over?
I'll never tell. Hey Siri, call Roz.
No.
Oh God. Okay. I would
yeah.
probably I would fuck King Zora just to know what it's like. Just to know.
I would
Just-
fuck
Okay.
Mr. Krabs' daughter just to know what it's like. Isn't that what he says?
Yes. I would fuck Mr. Krabs' daughter. Yeah, that's what he says. So I'd fuck the fish. And I guess I would kill the bird. And then I'd marry
How
Darunia.
did I do? You were going to do
And
that.
I love birds, so it's kind of perplexing.
Why?
Darunia
I'm sorry, but why are you gonna marry the rock turd?
Because he would protect. He's a big, strong man to protect me. He's a himbo.
Why would you marry the roster?
But you
Why am I
can
fucking
marry
fish?
the bird.
Yeah, but the bird's a little like, he's frail.
Little what?
He's frail.
He fucking flies around in the sky. He can't be that frail.
This could be Boreas.
Bones are hollow.
This could
his
be
bones
Boreas.
are hollow.
I don't know.
His bones are hollow. They're fucking hollow. All birds have hollow bones.
Well, he's a bird person, so I think you're making some assumptions.
Well, what bathroom does he use?
Oh no!
Neither. He shits and pisses in the air from his cloaca, bitch.
My cloaca.
Cloaca. Oh, we should all just have cloacas. I think that's what really needs to happen.
That would make everything so much easier.
Yeah.
No. I mean, no.
Why not? You already put somebody else's dick up your shithole, so how can it get any worse?
How could it be any different at that point? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just so many lanes of traffic for one intersection. It's just so many lanes of traffic.
Well, the birds do it. Why can't we?
Why can't we?
Listen, birds also use a different genetic system than XY, so I don't know what they're up to.
Oh, and ducks can change gender apparently. So
Ducks also
Ducks have that corkscrew
dicks.
dick. Look at that. Look at that.
I can't believe you tried to say it for the person who was like, stop texting me after this. Now you bring it up.
Listen, I love birds, and if they have different shaped dicks, I accept them for it. I
do love
accept
birds.
myself. I have a very differently shaped dick. It is huge.
I
What do
love
we-
birds.
what do we
too.
think about Schrodinger's foreskin?
I thought you were gonna say Shrek.
Anyway.
Shrek. I was like, well, I kind of like it. How about you?
Let's wrap up. Wait, Jackie, do you have a Wouldya, Couldya, Shouldya?
No. What? Oh, okay. Yes. Would you, should you? Marry, fuck, kill. Raru.
Oh, daddy.
Prince Sidon.
Oh,
And
ew.
Remember what he looks like.
and
I'm killing Sidon.
who the fuck is the third one I'm thinking of?
Is it Rito?
Well, you know what? Yeah, let's put the
The bird.
bird in there because they're pretty attractive.
You're putting
I have no
Rito
idea.
again in there?
Well, it's specifically.
Because Rito is a character.
Oh wait, Hold on.
I mean, isn't one of them actually called Rito?
I thought one of them. Oh, the Rivali? Or was one of them?
No, it says the Rito
Rivali.
are
Oh, no, it's
recurring
the
race.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Rivali is the character.
Rivali.
Oh, actually, we're gonna say Tiba. Tiba from Breath of the Wild, who's a warrior. Rito
Tiba?
warrior. Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that?
T-I-
Teba.
Oh, daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Raru,
Raru,
Tiba,
Tiba,
and Sidon.
and Sidon. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tiba is daddy.
He
Look at
is.
that.
He is a father. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Sidon's getting killed immediately. He is, or she. It's she. Oh wait. This is not what I thought. It
Sidon's
was.
a male.
I
Prince
thought
Sidon.
I thought Sidon was someone else.
Did you think Sidon was Mifa?
That ugly little one.
Yes. Who's his sister?
No, Sidon's the daddy fish.
Oh well, this gets a lot more interesting.
Yeah,
now.
Prince Sidon. Google Prince
Oh
Sidon.
no, I'm looking.
Yeah.
I can see.
I just want to say Breath of the Wild, touching back on this briefly. I thought her plotline was so fucking tedious and boring and stupid and awful. Mifa's. I think it was so lame to have her whole thing be like, well, I loved Link the whole time. I'm so over it. I'm over it. I don't care. And also, none of those characters mattered, which was sad. Anyway, Pat, what's yours? Or Matt?
I am going to kill Raru Because he's already dead. I mean, really.
Damn.
He's already a spirit. So if I fuck him anyway, it's going to be a ghost fuck. So no, I'm going to kill him again.
Ectoplasmacy.
Send him to hell, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm going to marry Prince Sidon and then fuck Tiba. Fuck the bird. Right in the cloaca.
Very interesting.
What about you, Pat?
I'm gonna fuck Sidon. I'm gonna marry Tiba, and I'm gonna kill Raru. Because yeah, I mean, like, Raru's so new, and he doesn't have abs like Sidon
He is. We don't even know him really right
He
now.
does have abs.
Sidon has abs. Raru has abs.
I thought Raru had abs.
He's fully clothed.
No, he is not, Mama.
All right, let's look him up again. Raru.
Oh wait, don't look him up. You could get spoiled.
I won't look him up then.
Okay, yeah. Don't...
He has some abs. He has some abs.
Pat already did it. Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh no, did Pat spoil himself just now?
Did you just spoil yourself?
No. This isn't a spoiler. Because this has to do with the previous game. Because sometimes in these games, characters are named very similarly to other characters in past games as references.
Oh.
So there has been a Raru before. It's not this character. It's a completely different character.
Oh.
What game was it, out of curiosity?
Ocarina of Time.
Huh. Well, that tracks.
But he is not the same guy.
What would I do? I think I'd kill Prince Sidon, fuck Tiba, and marry Raru.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Prince Sidon.
He just doesn't do anything right, and I'm not a fan of how he's voice acted.
Yeah. And then again,
Not
the
a
voice
fan.
acting in this game, in both games, isn't
No,
great.
It's not great, yeah.
I wouldn't have chosen. I wouldn't have done the voice direction that was done for Zelda.
Oh,
I
I've seen videos of the voice actor for Zelda. Lovely woman, and I'm sure she seems to really love this game. She loves to be Zelda.
Mom.
don't even know who it is. Prince. Let me look it up.
I don't know if I can critique someone's voice acting because I'm not a voice actor, but I will say the voice for me does not fit the character.
Yes.
It does not fit the tone of what's happening in a scene when she speaks.
Yes.
It's really not giving.
No, I have had to. I did this in Breath of the Wild. I switched to the Japanese audio
I love that.
for when I've done this for other stuff too. Oh my god! But I switched to the Japanese audio so that it wasn't so jarring for what I was thinking it would be in my head.
Why are you eating a pussy, Pat?
I haven't even opened my mouth yet.
He's just kissing.
You're just kissing it, yeah. Putting the lips
I'm
right up to the
sniffing.
lips.
Mouth to mouth.
First, I'm sniffing.
Lips to lips.
So wait, that was the What's the Gays Thing podcast.
It was.
Congrats, everyone. We made it.
We made it.
Join us here every other Wednesday
Yeah.
for more politics, pop culture, and gay shit. We're also out every monthly with a different podcast, which Jackie also co-hosts, called Under Queer Review, where we review queer media, all sorts of queer media. Oh my god, my grandfather just tried to... What? Sorry. All sorts of queer media, such as film, television, maybe even some books eventually. Does anyone want to tease what our next Under Queer Review will be about?
Didn't we already tease it? Oh, we could tease it again.
Did we?
I don't know if we did.
We kind of teased it in the last Under Queer Review.
It's a bird.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's not a plane.
It's a house, you're right.
It is a house.
You can also find us on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at Pride Empire, streaming all sorts of content, particularly Valheim as of recently. But you never know. There might be a Phasmo stream thrown in. There might be some D4 thrown in if our computers can handle it. Follow us on Twitter, also at Pride Empire, where you can get links to all of our other beautiful content.
Thank you so much, Pat. And
Well,
I am... Oh, God. What am I? Someone else go.
Don't you usually kick us off by saying just your full name?
But I want a fun one this time.
Oh, you want
so...
a fun one this time?
Yeah, so someone else go.
Okay. I'm standing by my reasoning of killing Prince Sidon. Jackie.
I'm standing by my reasoning of killing Kylie Minogue. Pat.
And I'm standing by my reasoning for killing King Zora. Matt.
You want to fuck that fish?
I don't want to fuck that fish. It's a
Oh,
blob.
you want to fuck that fish?
That's a blob right there.
Oh.
I don't
It
want
is
to
a
stick my
blob.
dick in that blob.
You know it's going to be wet already, though.
At least with the Goron, there's something there. What do
It's
you
dry,
think?
though. Gorons are dry. That fish is wet.
I got lube. It's fine.
Gush.
We all know I'd be with the Gerudo if I actually, if that was a choice. I wouldn't.
How
be
about the
fucking around with
Sheikah?
Any of these? Oh, for sure.
The Sheikah.
I'd
Yeah,
be
the
with that
Sheikas are
too.
where we're at.
The old woman Chica?
No, the younger one. The Purapad woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Is her-
her. Oh yeah.
Is her name Pura? What's her name?
Pura?
She made it.
Yep.
Was the Purapad in the first one, or was it just called the Sheikah Slate?
I think it was the Chica Slate.
So what happened to that?
I see. That's what I get so conflicted because they built all this content.
Here we
for
go,
Breath
back
of the
into
Wild.
it.
And it's like, what were we doing with that?
Where
know
are the
what?
shrines?
You know what I do like, though? They give you your horses back if you have
Yes.
a Breath of the Wild save
Yes.
file.
Yes, that I love.
So the massive horse that I caught in Breath of the Wild, I have it again. And it's just
Yeah, your massive horse cock. We
Goodbye,
gotta go.
everyone.
Oh, goodbye, everyone.